Scorpion is rising. Scorpion's heart, Antares, in our day and age, 10 degrees, tropical Sagittarius. But what is rising now? The fence? How to know the ascendant when you can't see through hills and trees, houses and mountains and things. So, a scorpion. Zubinel Janubi, Zubinel Shamali of the scales, but those mean the southern and northern claws respectively, because the scorpion once held the scales. And here on the tree is the bright spica of the priestess constellation. This is shaft of wheat that the priestess holds, shoulders, outstretched arm, Vindhya matrix there, and the head of the priestess. And we head this way to the lion. It's Regulus, like Antares, a royal star, said to be the one that rules them all, the lion's heart, Hina, the lion's head. Denebola, tail of the lion. So this is like 15 degrees tropical Virgo. First degree of tropical Virgo in our day and age. Regulus just moved into Virgo in 2011. In the priestess space, I've lost Spica behind that tree, but we'll get back to that. Let's look this way, and above the plain we will find the twins, Castor and Pollux. Today is June solstice, well, just about. It's 9:50 p.m. on Monday, the day of the moon, June 20th, 2021. About 5 hours from the sun's Cancer ingress. You can still see some light here on the northwestern horizon. The sunset, this time of the year the sunset's right here between these eucalyptus goalposts, and only at this time. And now the sun stops, turns around, and will go 6 months south. We'll set here at December solstice. So that's Capricorn. Here's the crow, the upper left of the frame. So Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. It's a lot easier to tell time, yearly time, annual time, with where the sun is rising and setting on the horizons if you've mapped it. Also with your midday shadow. But with the stars, so there's the twins hosting that plane right now, the heads of the twins. The ecliptic comes here and right through Regulus. And somewhere in between those twins of the night and the lion is the crab. Where? Good luck. I mean, in light polluted skies like this, I can try to change camera settings, and actually we just saw a star show up here. That's one of the crab stars. Crab is just so dim. So when we teach that if you want to know where the sun is in the zodiac, look for the last stars you can see before sun rises in the morning east, or look for the first stars that you can see following the sun to set in the west. And it works, but it's just a lot harder than it is typically made to sound. Alright, so let's see at this time on June 20th. I think it's 9:50 p.m. and I'm at home in El Sobrante, California. And now I'm standing due north of this tall pine. So I know that the midheaven is here. And that is Zubin al-Janubi. That's just about to culminate, just in the 10th house, just about to come to the meridian midheaven and into the 9th. Spica, very much in the 9th in our day and age. Spica's 24, tropical Libra, Porama here, 10 Libra, to Zavi, Java, and Zania, very early degrees of tropical Libra. Now we're into Virgo in the lion space. Regulus 1 degree Virgo, and the ecliptic comes just south of Regulus, just north of Spica, and almost right through Zubin al-Janubi. And here, see these three stars are like the front of the scorpion, Akrab and Graphius and Fang, and the ecliptic's right down through here too. They're like 3 degrees tropical Sagittarius. So if I cast a chart right now, we would see that the midheaven is about 14 tropical Scorpio, because in our day and age, Zubin al-Janubi is 15 Scorpio. And I gotta take the lens away from my face and measure the sky with my hands here. Yeah, it's just 1 degree. I mean, maybe 13.5 Scorpio. But before I take the magic box out of my pocket and cast a chart, I want to try to find the ascendant. Now, how would I? How would I possibly know what's rising right now? And the answer is the highest part of the ecliptic, and every moment is always square to the ascendant-descendant axis. So hopefully you can see that though Zubin al-Janubi is culminating, that means in this moment Zubin al-Janubi is reaching its highest height, and then will start coming down. And it also means that Zubin al-Janubi is halfway in time between rising and setting. The meridian midheaven, always on the meridian. So here where I live and in all locations north of Earth's Tropic of Cancer, it's always due south. And that, from where I'm standing, is this tree. The meridian midheaven is the high point in time, halfway in time, reaching the height of the climb, coming back down. But it's not the high point in space. And it's pretty evident to see right now because the ecliptic here is coming up just above Spica, which is clearly higher than Zubin al-Janubi. It doesn't look as much so when I'm facing this way though than it did when I'm facing due south, when I'm facing the trees. See how that works? It's pretty cool. And the camera, I'll say, is exaggerating that. But when I'm looking like in between these two stars, they're at a very similar altitude. And makes me feel that the highest point is probably about right here. Let's look from Regulus again. And I'm just going to sweep my hand through Regulus. It's just like the ecliptic right here. So I need to, sorry if you lose this, I need to just hold the camera still and use my eyes. Okay, hold the camera not still probably. And I'm just sweeping my arm through these ecliptic stars, trying to feel what is highest. Gosh, and it actually feels a lot like Spica, maybe just a couple degrees to the left or the east of Spica. Spica's 24 degrees tropical Libra. So let's say 26 degrees tropical Libra is currently the high point. Well, scratch that. I'm gonna go. Now I'm to the right of Spica. It's really hard, this. I'm just gonna say it's Spica. So 24 tropical Libra at the high point, which would mean 24 tropical Capricorn rising. That seems a little too far along in the zodiac, but that's how much can hide behind the trees. So let's try it again. No. Checking in with Zubin El Janubi. And basically, look at the star on the tree. It's basically at the midpoint in MidHeaven, MC. So I'm going to say the MC right now is like 14.5 Scorpio and 24 Capricorn rising. Looking at my phone, it's 9:56 on Monday, June 20th. I'm in El Sobrante, California. Casting a chart for Richmond would work too. And I see the ascendant is 22 Capricorn and the midheaven is 14 Scorpio. So pretty good. When I get within a degree here and within about 3 to 5 degrees for the ascendant, which I can never see, I feel like I'm doing well. And I should have let myself say, yeah, it's actually a couple degrees to the west of Spica, because it is. So the high point in the sky right now, let's get, here's Regulus, Spica, or Spica, or Chitra. See how we're coming down now? The Shuba, or a crab. See how Spica's like at the peak? And it's hard to see, but the highest point right now is actually right here. Hey Isabel, where's the hula hoop? Oh good. Good girl. Good dog. Let me bring this out here. See if I can line this up. Alright. So that's the ecliptic. It's actually more like that. So that's really helpful. So I travel this curve now. It's hard to hold still and have the camera going too. But you can kind of see that the top is right there. And then the ascendant, by the way. Ow. I need to put that down. I had a really bad fall from a scooter today. And pretty banged up. Alright, well, let's just watch a plane fly through the lion's heart. I wouldn't do it. It's a royal star. Pretty close. Let me show you a fun dipper trick. A few of them. So here's the Big Dipper. The bear and its tail. Imagine drilling a hole in the bottom of the cup. It will always pour onto the lion. So, let me show you. This is the lion. See this like trapezoid? It's like the body of the Sphinx and stretching back to its tail. And here's the crook of its head. Okay, lions. It'd be good if there were tigers here. Well, it's called the lesser lion. Lions and tigers and bears. So, Big Dipper, part of Ursa Major. Big bear, right? And just drill a hole in the cup, and we're pouring water onto the lion. Even if the lion's not visible, even if it's below the ground, drill a hole in the cup, even if it's pointing up, and it'll take you to the lion. Now, Dipper, the arc of the handle, follow the arc to Arcturus, and speed on to Spica. Or these days we usually say, follow the arc of Arcturus and spike to Spica. Interestingly, both Spica and Arcturus are 24 tropical Libra. Difference is Spica is about 1 degree from the ecliptic south, and Arcturus is almost 30 degrees north. Also, they're just very different beings. Alright, so the final thing I want to do here is show you the pointer stars of the Dipper. Maybe we should rename them the Pointer Sisters. Take that, those two stars, and about that length, distance between them, about 5 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is Polaris, which is the tail star of the Little Bear, or the handle star of the Little Dipper. These two stars at the end of the cup. In between them, Draco, the great dragon of the sky, whose head is here near the very bright Vega, and Hercules. But let's stay here for now. That is North Star. Right, so, I don't know, let me try to align myself and the camera to North Star. This is what I do. If there's 2 of us out here, I would have you kind of position me, or I would position you between me and this North Star, and then I would turn you around, and you could look right over my head at the midheaven. So I'm going to simulate that right now with this camera, facing North Star. And actually, let me get to the place. Okay, here, let's do that. So there's Polaris, and watch what happens when I turn this camera around. You should see a silhouette of me right in front of the midheaven tree. Hi. I'm not sure how that cinematography is working out, and we might have to go for a lot more light if I want to try to make a cameo. Hi, that's me, and that's the midheaven tree, and you've been watching Backyard Astronomy with Gemini Brett. Zubin El Janubi, now right at the midheaven, so 15 Scorpio. Take out the Astro Gold app and click now, and the midheaven is 15, 16 Scorpio. How about that?